welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is Make It Mail It Monday. So I thought with fall in the air, we would pull out some fall papers. I want to take part in Spectrum Art Creations challenges, and this one would be for their October monthly challenge, where I just pull something that I have purchased from them and I make something. So a card it is. Now, if this would be from Graphic 45 papers, then I could also enter it in Graphic 45, which I would really like to do. But we're going to work with Ciao today, and this is called a creative pad. There are 9 double-sided scrapbooking papers in an 8.5 by 11. But let me show you the downfall to this pad, and then we'll make something. We have these beautiful backgrounds, but we also have all of these. You turn a background, and you have those. You turn a background, and you have those. And this one. And I know I'm not getting them all in there, so I'll flip them around here in a minute. This one, and they're all about fall. And that adorable little collie. Now here's a cute one. This would make a beautiful page in a book, but if you turn it over, you have book, but you have the dog going the wrong direction. Ciao Bella did not think this through. Okay, so let me flip them this way now so you can see the full extent of the pages. Okay. And we're going to create a card today using some of these elements. We're going to be doing some layering. Okay. I have a die that will do this. I wish I could. I can't wait to get my stamp sets broke down and organized so I can have the die that does that. Because that would add a really nice texture to this. Okay, so we're not going to use any of the background papers just yet. Let's think about the ephemera first. I love that dog. I love all the dogs. Oh, look at the little fox. Isn't he adorable? So if I decide what of this I want to use, then I'll know what to do with the ephemera part. I mean, I'll know what background I want to cut up. There's that fox again. Oops, sorry, you're out of frame. Let me move. There's that fox again. And the hedgehog. Okay. Let's use one of these larger ones for a mat. I probably don't want to use November, do I, since it's October. Let's use this for starters. So let me get my paper trimmer up here. And I brought my good Stampin' Up trimmer, so I didn't have to worry about whether or not I was going up or down with the blade. And I'm going to cut this out. Now I'm going to leave this, I'm going to trim that brown border off because I'd only have that border on 3 sides. So if we decide we want to do a brown border, we can do that with cardstock. Have you been getting into Halloween movies? I'm ready. I've already watched part of Hocus Pocus. I wish they would bring 2 out on DVD. I am not able to stream, so I can't get it on a streaming service. So I'm anxious for it to come out. Now, we have to start with this. They had it on a brown, but if I use this on a brown card backing, ooh, that's going to be awfully tight. That's going to be tight. maybe we aren't going to use that one because it's going to be too big. Now, if I wanted to cut the scrolling off, it would work. But I don't want to lose that scrolling. So maybe that's not the one we want to use. We could do this as a background. We could do that. And we could cut it to whatever size we needed it. And again, we're going to lose that brown, but that's okay. So we know that this is 4 1/4, and if we want to mat it, then we need to make this 4 inches. So we can't go any wider than 4 inches. So I'm going to trim it at 4. 4 1/4. Move the little doggy, and then we'll come back and trim the browns off, just like this. Okay, I know it's fall when I start getting into a cleaning spree. I have been cleaning like crazy today, and I should be creating and prepping stuff for leaving next week. Okay, now see, that's going to be just a hair too wide, but we can lose part of this because we need this to be no larger than, see, this is 4 1/4, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we need this to be no longer than 5 1/4 if we're not going to mat it. So let's start with the 5 1/4. We can take more down if we need to put a mat underneath. Okay, so there's that. Now, here's my thought. I really like this yellow. I really like this yellow, but if I'm going to do that yellow, then I need to make this another 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. So let's go in and take this off. Let's see. Let's take this off at 1/4. Let's take it off at let's take it off at 1/4 on this side. And 1/4 more at the top. See, now that will let us come back and put this on a brown. And let's put this on. What have I got? What do I have over here? Let's put it on a cinnamon cider. I think that's what that base is. Ooh, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I have cinnamon cider. Okay, so we know this is 5. So my brown needs to be 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 5. Let's do this 5. Like that. Boy, that does not look like 5, does it? Does not look like it. But it's perfect. Oops, nope, it's not. Okay. Need another one. And you know, sometimes when math is not in your favor, the best thing you can do, and here's a base, we could take and just glue this down just like this. Normally I would use glue, but in the essence of time, I'm going to just lay this up here, and I want just a smidge of that brown. I don't want a lot. And then you can come back and take that off. Take that off. And that will work. Okay. Now that we have that figured out, let's go back to our pieces and see what we want to do on top. I really love that though. That may have to go on the front of a fall journal. Just saying. Okay, and we have these figured out, so I can stick these back in the card box. And we want small pieces. And because it's a tag doesn't mean we have to leave it at it as a tag. I like some of those quote things. I also like that pumpkin. Oh, I love this one. I am so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. I love this. So I'm going to trim this out very carefully. Not. Okay, just like that. Cheaters. And I am going to close that really close to that shadow on there. Could have torn it too. That would have been a nice accent. And I'm going to come back with my early espresso. Spend more time. I can't wear bifocals. I'm pretty sure of that. I spend more time moving my cheaters up and down, up and down. Okay, so we're going to dust this with the early espresso and make it a unified color around the edge. Okay, and then I really love this, but I'm thinking for the purpose of this tag, I still want that circle. Now, I could get out my dies and do this, but I'm going to do this just as I'm doing this on a quick spin. So I'm going to put my cheaters back on. I have so many videos to get uploaded, or at least moved to the computer before I leave Thursday morning. And I'm really trying to get everything done by Wednesday because I want to spend Wednesday sprucing up the house before Bob comes home, getting my stuff packed, and in the end of the day, sit down with a movie and do my nails. I'm always crunching to do my nails for conference. Usually Thursday night after I get back to the hotel room. Okay, and I like this, and it has that brown. And once again, I'm going to dust this. And I also think we need some lace on here. I like that. I also think that this needs to come up on a dimensional. So I'm going to bring my dimensionals over here. When you get kits like this, where you can just go in and pull stuff and layer everything you need except maybe your card base is there for you to play with. It's just a matter of trying to decide what you're going to put where. I keep forgetting I don't have my mini garbage cup over here. Can't get that paper to release. There we go. And I brought this up so that this brown would stand out a little more. I like that right there. And then this needs a little lace. You know me and lace. It needs a little lace. And it doesn't need much, but it does need to be this other trim. Yep. Didn't put the lid back on my glue a while ago. Need to remember to do that when I'm done here. In fact, just like that. Just like that. And then I'm going to flip this over and lay the lace on there. And then I come back and trim this up. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. In fact, this almost needs to get moved over a little more. And let's see if I can do that without too much trouble. I didn't press this down hard, so I have a shot. you don't press it down till you're absolutely sure of where it's going to go, you can usually move those dimensionals without damaging your cards. So let's put this down first. Just like that. And then having that down is going to help us determine where we want to put this circle to stay. And make sure we get it right side up. I think in the center, actually. Just like that. And there is our Make It, Mail It card for this week. There may or may not be one next Monday. It kind of depends on how my workflow goes here. But check out, I purchased this from Spectrum Art Creations, their links are always in my description box. So check them out. They've got some gorgeous papers from all over the world. And they work really well with some great companies. So, oh, you know what? We forgot to put this. We forgot to put this on our mat. So I encourage you to check out Spectrum Art Creations if you want to look for some papers that you are not going to find just anywhere. Okay? And that's one of the reasons I love them, is because they carry papers that I can't get anywhere else. So I get to spread my wings, as to speak. Okay, there's our card. I will be back tomorrow, or this afternoon, with day 9 of our 31 days of Halloween, and then I will be back here on tomorrow morning with our tag for this week. So in the meantime, remember to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of this crazy ride. Creative blessings.